Namaste, students. I hope that you all are doing well and safe. You all have finished your half-yearly examinations successfully. Yes, students, again we are going to concentrate on our live session classes to complete the remaining topics from the remaining chapters. You concentrate on your learning process till the end of this academic year. Yes, students, today we are going to discuss topics from chapter number 5. Already we have discussed some topics from chapter 5 in our earlier session, that is in our session 1. In this session, we are going to discuss some topics from our earlier sessions and the remaining topics from the chapter number 5. In this session, we will be completing the chapter number 5. To refresh you, the name of chapter number 5 is Scratch Programming 2, Introduction to Game Creation. And these are the topics which was discussed in our last session. Changing size of a sprite, applying a graphic effect, creating and changing costumes. Before this, students, you are very well familiar with the basic elements of Scratch interface screen. Am I right, students? Yes. You know what is sprite, you know what is stage, you know how to increase and decrease the size of a sprite using the tools of toolbar section, and you know how to load a sprite, how to load a backdrop. Yes, students? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the changing size of a sprite using script. Okay. Set size to change size by are the two command blocks which is used to change the size of a sprite through your script. Yes, students, scripts are nothing but programs. Okay, scripts are command blocks which is tagged in the script area. Based on the script, the sprite will perform action on the stage. Next is applying a graphic effect. There are 8 types of graphic effect in Scratch programming language, and you can use change effect by block to change the effect of a sprite. Yes, students? Normal, color, fish eye, whirl, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, and ghost are the types of graphic effects which is available in Scratch programming language. And third one is creating and changing costumes, and this is very important. That is, creating and changing costumes to a sprite is very important during animations. And the costume of a sprite can be changed with the help of two blocks, namely switch costume to block and next costume block. With the use of these two blocks, you can change the costume of a sprite. Yes, students, so up to this we have discussed in our session 1. Now we are going to concentrate on the Scratch coordinate system. Coordinates, you are familiar about this word in your mathematics subjects. Am I right, students? You will be pointing out the coordinates in a graph sheet, and based on that coordinates, you will draw geometrical shapes in the graph sheet. Okay. In Scratch, the coordinates is used to position an object on the stage. Okay, based on the coordinates, the objects will be placed on the stage. Okay, here also you should concentrate on the x and y value, which are the coordinates of an object. Scratch determines the positions on its screen using X position and Y position as X, Y. Always remember first value is X value and second value is Y value. Every position on the screen is called a pixel in Scratch. And Scratch stage is internally marked as displayed on the screen. Okay, students, it is similar to your graphical coordinates of mathematics subject. See, the X position and Y position of a sprite can be determined and set by the following blocks. So, the sprite can be positioned in a particular place on the stage using the following blocks. I repeat, students, blocks are nothing but commands. Okay, students, go to x20 y20. That means go to 20 comma 20 means the sprite will be positioned in that place on the stage. Set x to 0. That means x value is set to 0. Set y to 0. That means y value is set to 0. Change x by 10, change y by 10. So the x and y values are changed with the value of 10 respectively. And x position and y position, when you are using this block, it gives you the value of x as well as y. Now we are going to concentrate on the controlling actions. Okay, repeating and selection. These are the controlling actions in Scratch programming language. The blocks that let you take some action depending upon a condition are called selection blocks. The if block is a selection block. Okay, students, based on a condition, an action will be performed. And the blocks that let you repeat a set of blocks for a specified number of times are called loop blocks or iteration block. Okay, students? See, the blocks that let you to repeat a set of blocks for a specified number of times as well as based on the condition also. Okay, that is called as loop block. Okay, students, loop blocks can also be called as iteration blocks. And the example for iteration blocks, that is loop blocks, are repeat forever and repeat until. See, this is the syntax of if block. You need not to write the syntax and all. You have to just drag and drop this block from the control category into the script area. Yes, students? Yes. If then and if then else is there. If then means based on the condition specified, the only one statement will be executed. That is, one action will be performed on the stage. In the case of else option, if the condition is true, one action will be performed. If the condition is false, another action will be performed. So in the case of if then else, two actions will be performed. Yes. And this is the example for if block. Yes, students, you see here, set a to 1. That means you are assigning the value 1 to a. Okay, that where a is the variable. If a is greater than 2, turn right 15 degrees. Am I right, students? But this condition will be false. Why? Because you have assigned 1 to the variable a. So is 1 greater than 2? No. So the turn 15 degrees right will not be performed by this if block. Thus, the blocks which is following the if block will be executed. Students, this is quite new for you. When you keep on doing practicals, By using all these blocks, you will become familiar in Scratch programs. Okay. Now you learn how what are the types of command blocks are there, and how it can be implemented in your programs. Yes, students. Next one is loop blocks. Repeat until, and forever are the examples of loop blocks. I have given the small program as examples for this three blocks. Okay, students. First one is the example for repeat. Second one is the example for repeat until, and third one is the example for repeat forever. Okay, students. Here repeat 10 is written there. That means the command blocks which is specified in the inside the repeat block will be executed for 10 times. Repeat until means based on the condition, the statements which is specified in the repeat block will be executed. The blocks which is specified in the forever block will be executed continuously. There some conditions has to be specified to stop the execution of that particular block. Now we are going to concentrate on the bouncing on edge topic. See students, first I'll show you the picture. Let's see here. See, if you keep on make the sprite to move continuously in a particular direction, the sprite will be moving, but the sprite will be disappeared from the stage. Am I right? The sprite will not be there, but the sprite will be keep on moving continuously. So to avoid it, what we have to do is we have to use if on edge bounce. Okay, students, that means when the sprite reaches the edge of the stage, it turns its position to any other direction. Am I right, student? And again it starts to move forward in that particular direction. Whenever it reaches the edges, the sprite moves around and it will start moving in another direction. So to achieve it, we need this block. What block? If on edge bounce. Okay, when you use it, what it happens, thus if it is the sprite is on the edge, then it flips the sprite around so that is facing the other way. If the sprite is not on the edge, then this command will not do anything. If the sprite is at the edge, like this, edge of the screen, then what happens? It flips the sprite around and it makes the sprite to point in another direction. So this is the use of if on edge bounce block. And students, find out the outputs for this following scripts, students. See, repeat 10. Inside that repeat block, two blocks has been written here. One is move 10 steps and wait 5 seconds. Am I right? 0.5 seconds. Now my question is, how many steps would a sprite move based on the displayed script? This is a small script. Am I right? My question is, how many steps would a sprite move based on the displayed script? Yes, the answer is 100 steps. Why? Because we have specified 10 in the repeat block and we have specified 10 in the move block. So this move will be executed for 10 times. So 10 into 10, 100. So answer for this script is 100 times. Students, this is the example for repeat until. Okay. Uh, my question is, how many times the repeat until loop would be executed? You carefully note my question, students. I'm asking question based on the repeat until loop block. Okay, my question is, how many times the repeat until loop would be executed? The repeat until loop will be executed for 5 times. Okay, when the because we are assigning 0 to the I variable. So at the beginning, I value will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, when I value reaches 5, 5 equal to 5. So the condition becomes false and the loop will be stopped. That is, the next statement which is following the loop will be executed, students. So this is the example of repeat until loop. So the repeat until loop will be executed for 5 times. Next is forever. What output will be displayed for this script, students? What is the output for the displayed script? Yes, this is a continuous repeating block. That means this script will be continuously displaying hello for 2 seconds. And the sprite will be moved from 150 steps forward. The sprite will be moved 150 steps forward. We cannot able to end this forever loop. Why? Because we didn't specify the condition to stop this block. Even the sprite will move off from the screen also. Okay, students, so this is a continuous loop. Okay, students, so it will not stop at all. To stop that execution, we have to use if block. Okay, students, now you see, forever we have specified the forever loop, and inside we have specified the say block. See, the sprite will say hello for 2 seconds and it will move forward for 150 steps. But we are specifying a condition here. If the sprite touches the edge, then what it has to do? The sprite has to be positioned to -214, 13 coordinate. That is, the sprite will be positioned to the specified coordinate. So the sprite will be placed in that coordinates so that the program also will be stopped. So we are learning all these commands to create a script based on your choice. It might be any scenario, or it might be a game program, it might be an animation program. Students, with this note, I am ending up this session.